When it comes to her reality show marriage, Cortney Hendrix has no regrets. Through her experience on Married at First Sight, she was matched with Jason Carrion. The pair enjoyed a natural chemistry that was apparent from the moment they met at the altar in March 2014. Although love and a shared set of values always remained at the center of the marriage, there were also obstacles, which caused some on-air quarrels that Cortney wasn't proud of in hindsight. And in one of the most devastating breakups in the show's history, the couple called it quits in 2019, with Cortney announcing her divorce on Instagram. She wrote, "We have decided together to move on in different paths, but that doesn't mean we don't have love for each other. He will always have a special place in my heart and life." During the difficult time, Jason made a statement to People saying, "It is with a heart full of sadness that me and Cortney have decided to separate. We fell deeply in love and had very much a fairy tale story being married as complete strangers." So what caused the pair to ultimately go their separate ways? We spoke with Cortney to learn what happened to cause their eventual split.
It just really came down to the things I wanted in life no longer matched up with things he wanted in life.
Soon after things went south, the former reality show stars moved on with other people, and by 2020, both were remarried. Although they sadly have no contact, Cortney says that she knows in her heart that it's for the best that they don't communicate anymore. She said, "I think that's probably the healthiest." Cortney believes that it was because of her honesty during the show's casting process that she was well matched with Jason. She told us that the two had a lot in common, which included their devotion to religion. She said,
"It was very important to me that faith and God be the center of a marriage."
But it was ultimately their differences that pushed the new couple apart. One major point of contention that arose was deciding where they'd live once they had children. Cortney made it clear that she wanted to raise her family back home in North Carolina, and her Brooklyn-born hubby wanted to remain in New York. The spin-off show Married at First Sight the first year began with Cortney and Jason at the 6-month mark in their marriage. The series chronicled their everyday life as husband and wife, and for all the cute moments they shared, they also had their fair share of hurdles. After only a few short months of wedded bliss, Jason entered into the Fire Academy and was working up to 13-hour days. As for Cortney, she was hustling to grow her business as a freelance makeup artist. Cortney admitted that their vastly different schedules sometimes made it tough.
I didn't react as well as I thought I would be being a first responder's wife.
Besides the mornings alone, she spent many nights away from Jason and had to make decisions on how to spend her time. She explained,
It came to kind of a crossroad where I had friends who were single, I had friends who were in relationships, and the people in relationships and marriage aren't doing the same thing that your single friends are doing. And I had to decide, okay, the nights that, Jason was at work, what is it that I was going to be doing with myself? Was I going to be going out to the club still?
Although Cortney supported Jason's profession, she struggled with the fact that it kept them apart.
It was hard. And some days I was okay with it. A lot of days I wasn't. And you have to be okay with it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to be okay with it.
The couple never doubted their mutual affection for one another. And if we want to put an exact time on how long it was before they said the L word, according to Cortney, it took her approximately 4 weeks to fall in love with her husband. "I knew I loved him when I started crying in an interview about his mother. I knew he didn't accept how sick she was, and him going through that pain and having such uncertainty was so hard." As for her other half, Jason told his new wife he loved her after his mother passed away, which was 2 weeks after filming ended.
This was it. There was no second guessing. There was no what if in the future. There was no what if after the academy. It was, this is the girl for me.
For the lovebirds, falling in love was the easy part. But what Cortney quickly came to realize is that her love language was very different from that of her husband. She said,
"He and I had very, very different love languages. And I am a needy person. I need attention. I like to be touched. I like the physical touch. I want someone with me. And how I show my love is through time."
Marriage isn't easy, but it's even harder when your every moment is being filmed. Cortney explained that as a couple, she and Jason went through a lot. In such a short amount of time, we experienced a lot of trauma together and huge life changes. Throwing in finding the time to move and my own job difficulties, then add a spin-off show and me working through my own trauma, there was a lot in just a few months. All those hardships and obstacles weighed heavy on the new couple, but they worked through them together.
There were certain things that happened that I helped him get through, certain things that happened that he helped me get through. And we really balanced each other out, and we fought for each other and fought for our marriage for a really long time.
Even though they ultimately divorced, Cortney doesn't regret getting married to Jason.
If you got divorced, that means you regret it. And I don't see it as that, because I really view it as we were in each other's lives for the season we were meant to.
The silver lining is that they both grew from the experience, and although they are no longer married, they can still use the lessons they learned together in their new lives. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite reality stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.